Welcome back to the commercial break. We're down in Fort Worth, Texas. I know this is a different set. That's because we're visiting Texas and the Sentinel program, the Heritage Action for America Sentinel program. And I'm blessed to be joined by one of the original Sentinels in the Heritage Action for America program, Ismael Moran. Great to have you here, sir.
Thank you, John.
You have been in this program from the beginning. You've seen the grassroots Army grow. How has it changed? We're in 2022. It's bigger, larger, more energetic. What things have you seen?
I think it was more not only larger, but more energetic. I think that you see the passion in the activists and the grassroots movement. And, I think you see it in the elections. I think, we elected our first Republican Congresswoman in over 100 years down in South Texas, in District, Monica De La Cruz. Right. We came close to re-electing Mayra Flores. They won District 34 down there. So I think Cassie Garcia, even though she lost, she ran a very competitive race.
Very tight, yeah.
Yes. So we're making a lot of huge gains.
And when you're a Sentinel, it is a year-long commitment. You're doing things every day. You're knocking on doors. You're talking to people. You're educating them. As you were out this election, what did you pick up from the American electorate? What were the issues that really were at the heart of their concern?
Well, being on the border, obviously, border issues. I think that's something that runs deep, and many of us are passionate about. Of course, the economy. I mean, when you go to the grocery store and you're paying, at least $1 more for a dozen eggs.
Yeah.
And many of the folks down there literally make minimum wage. So, how do you balance your budget?
Yeah, hard choices every day, right?
Right.
Yeah. The two parties have been battling over this issue for a couple of years, inflation, the changes that the Biden administration brought in. Everyday Americans, when they go to that gas tank to fill it or they go to the grocery cart to fill it, what do they want Washingtonians to know? The people that actually control the policy, what do they need to hear from the real people of America?
Well, I think the key thing is to work for the people. In other words, and at the end of the day, it's you're looking at folks that the majority of the folks down in South Texas, down where I'm from, right, work for school districts or work for the government, right, or whether it be state, federal, or local. So when you're in jobs that, unlike in the private sector, that you can get a promotion or relocate, they establish a career and establish roots down there. So even if you're a small business owner, you start looking at the challenges with when you raise taxes, when the economy is slowing down. The economy is slowing down. The likelihood that we may go into deep recession next year.
Yeah.
So then that hurts them, and then that makes it tougher for them to just survive and make their bills and their loans, whatever they may have regarding their businesses, or if they have a mortgage. Look at the mortgage rate. I mean, it's doubled.
It doubled in just a few short months.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah. So like a year ago, you get a mortgage at 3%. Now what? It's 6%.
Yeah,
so,
some places 7 even.
Yes,
I know, it's
right.
amazing.
So that's challenging.
Yep.
So a lot of these folks that have a variable a loan, right, all of a sudden now maybe their payment was $400. Now it's $800, $900.
Very important disposable income gone.
Yes.
Just like that.
Yes. So when our elected officials go and spend money like they did this last year, it's going to have an impact.
It sure does. Man, they're spending it more still. It's crazy. You've lived almost your entire life on the border. You've seen the change in policy the last 2 years. For all those who live at the border and know what's really going on, what's the most important message you can tell the policymakers in Washington?
Well, that it's uncontrollable. We're being overrun. And unfortunately, a lot of the incidents do not get to report it. It's like I was looking at yesterday. We had in the McAllen, Texas area, two young men, two juveniles that were illegals, ran through a gated community trying to evade the law enforcement. And the challenge is, it's like I always share with a lot of folks, is that let's say we catch one vehicle of drugs, whether it be fentanyl, cocaine. Well, how many more crossed?
That's it. Yeah, the gotaways, right?
Yes, right. Yeah. So that's a challenge. And then we look at, I remember when I was growing up, you would have folks cross the border, but it wasn't in the numbers that are crossing today. It's I would say it'd be on tenfold. I don't want to exaggerate, but it's more than that. And primarily back then, the majority would be of Mexican descent.
Right. Now it's every country, right?
Now it's every country. And the other thing that a lot of us are not aware of, because some of us don't live on the border, is these are not just people from Central or South America. These are people from other countries.
Yep. Europe, Middle East, right?
Yes, that's correct. They just simply come across.
Wow. Scary moment.
Yes.
Ismael Moran, you've had an incredible history with the Sentinel program. It's been amazing being here, watching all these grassroots warriors. Honored to have you on the show. Thank you for your service to this program, because it's such an amazing thing to watch all of these grassroots activists making a difference in their country.
Well, thank you, John, for the opportunity to share my experiences.
It's a great honor to have you. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages.